Lesson 339. I will receive whatever I request. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. My name is Judith and this is the Lucid Mind Center. This is the second but last lesson of the special thought, what is the ego? And that special thought is about forgiveness. And Qigong works really well for forgiveness. So the reason why this is called Qigong support is because I've created several classes which are about forgiveness and more Qigong classes about reconnecting to our source, reconnecting to who we truly are and expanding the joy and awareness of our connection with our Creator, our connection with the Christ consciousness. So the way this works is that we are first going to read and contemplate this lesson together, and then I'm going to guide you to those Qigong classes which I have recorded and which are specially suitable for this particular class and going to help you to internalize it and maybe understand the lesson better. Sink into a deep, meditative, expanded state of consciousness where I'm going to remind you to read your lesson, or where I'm going to remind you to remember your prayer, and then allow yourself to expand the idea within you. Let's read and contemplate this lesson together now, and I'm going to give you more instructions at the end. Lesson 339. I will receive whatever I request. No one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous. Even in Qigong, we have got like the negative aspect of each one of the organs. And then some of the Qigong schools wrongly say that joy is the negative aspect of the fire element. And they don't actually mean joy, not in the joy we are using in the Course in Miracles. And here we go again about the meaning of the words. They actually mean overexcitement. They mean pretend joy. They mean drug-infused or alcohol-infused joy. Overexcitement, shopping frenzy or Christmas frenzy or whatever, exaltation. But some teachers, not considering and obviously not being trained in the Course in Miracles, they then say joy is bad. And then they are reprimanding themselves and not allowing themselves to actually enter into a joyful state because they feel that joy is pain. It's very interesting that this lesson should be talking about that now. So no one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous. Everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want, and only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness without confusing pain with joy or fear with love. This morning at 4:30 in the morning, the small dog Pixie, my little fairy, she needed to go out. So I had to get out of bed, come downstairs, open up the door. And while I was waiting, luckily she can just go in the garden. And while I was waiting, I went to the toilet, of course, all the light on, then went up again. And by the time I got up in the bed, I couldn't sleep no more. And then I started thinking, you have been with me. I have invited you to the building site a couple of days ago, which is turning out to be much more expensive than I expected it to be. We have also made some mistakes by not being here. Like I said, the builders, they built up a wall and they didn't do a very good job with the first stuff. So a lot of money was wasted because we had to redo it all. And we changed our minds. So first we had this false plaster wall, and then we put a real wall on. And then yesterday we putting a bathroom in. Yesterday we went and spent a lot of money on buying all the bathroom cabinets, shower and all this. And then this morning when I woke up, suddenly this whole thing suddenly got me into a very fearful state, like, oh my God, we are spending all this money. How are we going to get all this money back again somehow? Because we're spending all this money and this is, we are using up our savings, and then I'm going to be in more stress again. All this anxiety, I'm going to be more in stress again, because this could have been such a nice cushion, to relax, and now I'm putting myself into a stressful state again. So this was the line of thought I was having this morning. So then the anxiety was building up and building up. I stayed for another half an hour, 45 minutes in bed, and then I came downstairs and had to prepare myself for my online Qigong course, which I had this morning. When I was in that state in the morning, at one point I was saying, you know what, I don't know what is best for me. I was thinking, please God, can you please just take over now, because I really don't know what is best for me. I have thought that I wanted this building, and now I'm not sure about it. I thought I wanted this, and now I'm not sure about it. Could you just please guide me? Could you just please take over, and you just take the reins and just guide me to wherever I need to do, whatever I need to be. I'm here, I'm available, but could you please just do it for me? And this was kind of the end thought after all this anxiety. And then I said, okay, now I'm getting up, I go downstairs, and I prepared myself for the Qigong course, which I had online this morning. And then the anxiety went. And now when I'm reading this, I'm actually remembering this anxious moment this morning. I will receive whatever I request. And I requested that I wanted to have a Qigong room. I requested that I wanted to be a Qigong teacher. I requested that I wanted to be a Course in Miracle teacher. But these are all my requests. The things which I didn't request, that is the ones which really made me happy. I didn't request to fall in love with my husband. I didn't even request to come and live in Gran Canaria. I didn't really request that. I requested I wanted to live somewhere where it was always warm. But the result of it, that actual place which I actually have arrived, this was decided by life circumstances, by the universe, by God. And to actually arrive here was to arrive in Gran Canaria was not necessarily a happy way to arrive. It was actually rather stressful. And today I had this conclusion that I definitely do not know by myself what is best for me. So let's see what the prayer says here. Father, this is your day. It is a day in which I would do nothing by myself, but hear your voice in everything I do, requesting only what you offer me, accepting only thoughts you share with me. And it's very interesting that I haven't read this lesson before, but this is exactly what I requested this morning. I was like, you do it. You do it for me, because obviously, if I do it my way, I still wake up with anxiety, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to no more. You take over. This is in the development of trust. This is the last stage. The last stage is when we finally develop our trust in such a way that we, first of all, trust that there is a creator. We trust that this creator has got who has our best as his goal, and who knows best. So it is a development of trust. It's not that easy to get to this stage. We are interfering all the time, and I am ready to let go. I'm ready to not judge no more. I'm ready to say, okay, you decide. Whatever comes my way, I'm gonna have to accept it. This is kind of it's almost like a bit of a resignation, like an ego resignation. Okay, you do it, because I obviously can't. Let's see where it guides me. Because I will receive whatever I request. And I'm requesting for my creator to take over, for my higher self to take over. And I request to be in joy. And I'm willing to let God take over. I'm willing to let Christ take over. I'm willing to take me wherever I need to be to experience true joy. Let me know in the comments what your conclusion is, if you like. So with this in mind, let's read this lesson one more time. I will receive whatever I request. No one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous. Everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he he would attain, the state of mind, the state of experience, the state of human experience. So, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. And that is what I realized this morning. For some reason, this is bringing me suffering. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want, and only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness without confusing pain with joy or fear with love. And after I had this thought, I was thinking, well, I'm not in this alone. This, what we are doing, is obviously creating an opportunity for those couple of guys which are working for us. It is creating opportunity for them. It is the circumstances why we are rushing into building this thing is because my cousin from Croatia is coming on holiday with her boyfriend, and I have been staying in her house for so many times. So I feel like I need to create something for her, nice enough. And I want to have Christmas dinners with whole family, with loads of people present, which is not a given here in where I'm living, because we don't have that much family here. I've only got my children here and my mother. So for me too, that actually somebody else is coming to spend Christmas with us and all my children, this is a very special event, and I have desired this long time ago. So this desire, which is fulfilling itself, all those different steps, they are leading up to it. And I am not trusting myself again. I'm trusting life, that it is guiding me the way it needs to be guided. The problem is the fear, that not trusting the decisions which have been made. That is what is creating this situation of anxiety within my mind. This state of anxiety, as it says here. Let me just read that sentence again. Everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? So what is it that I can request that I will actually want when I receive it? What is it that I have to request then? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want. And what we really want is that holy self within us, what that really wants. And only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness without confusing pain with joy or fear with love. And let's read the prayer again. Father, this is your day. It is a day in which I would do nothing by myself, but hear your voice in everything I do, requesting only what you offer me, accepting only thoughts you share with me. And this is the answer to my conclusion this morning. I find it so incredibly fascinating that this whole Course in Miracles, since the very day I started it back in 2008, it was always giving me the answer to my question. It was always giving me the answer to my prayer, my desire. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I always received what I wanted. So I can guarantee you that you will receive whatever you request. But you just gotta watch, what is it you're requesting? What is it that you want? And then observe the result you got. And then you can maybe do some mind searching and soul searching and think, okay, so what is it that I desired, that I am finding myself in this situation? And when I am finding myself in this situation, why do I not trust that this is the best situation for me to get this enlightenment, get this next step of true joy? This is all in preparation to that ultimate goal I have, which is I want to be in joy. I want to be in peace. I want to be in communion with my Father. I want to see the light within every other human, and I want to see it within myself. I want to bring peace to myself and then shine it out to whoever is open to receive it. So in today's Qigong class, we want to ponder on this. And when you are in the Qigong class, and when I remind you to read your prayer, and read your idea. This is where you want to read the idea and read the prayer and then expand it into your awareness. And before you even start on this Qigong class, I recommend that you sit for a moment and question what it is you really want. And then do that. In the Qigong meditation, also ask for clarification. Ask for connection with your true self and figure out what it is that you really want. So here is a standing class I recommend for this Course in Miracle lesson. Here is a seated class. Here you have the reading of what is the ego. And here you have a list of all Qigong classes if you would like to do another one. Love, light and chi to you.